Hey guys, I want to show you a really cool modification I did here to the F6F. On one of my other videos I said that I was going to do the retract landing gear on it, so I finally got finished with that. 90% finished, a couple things I want to clean up on it, but I think it turned out really good. Let me show you the retracts here that I use. These are fairly inexpensive retracts. These are a servoless retract sold by Nitroplanes. They're about $9.95 a piece, I believe. And they seem to work really well. Let me flip the plane over and show you what I did. I know this isn't scale. On this plane, the landing gear are actually supposed to do 90-degree rotation and fold back into the wing, but these retracts don't do the 90-degree rotation, but that's okay. They're still really cool retracts. So I used the same landing gear. I just simply broke off, cut off the end of it, and then put it down into the servoless retract here. And then what I did is I just simply took the retract, put it up against the wing, kind of like that, and marked out where it would go. As you can see here, this is where the original landing gear sat, and so there's a little bit of white space back here. I may fill that in with something at some point, or I may just paint it, just leave it the way it is and paint it. But this fit down nicely in there. Once I traced it out, I just kind of traced it out with a knife, dropped it in, and then put the wheel in and closed it down part way, and it came down to about here, and marked out approximately the size, the hole that would be needed, and then just carved it out with a knife. Now, it's not the best carving job in the world, but it works okay. And then went down into the wing. Now, this is your support strut down here inside the wing, and that still seems to be fully functional. It seems to be still very rigid. I don't see there being any problems with that at all. And then I just ran the wires from this and ran an extension and just kind of glued these down so that they're not interfering with the landing gear when it closes up. So this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. Pretty cool, isn't it? So I can't wait to get out and try this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this up a little bit. The reason I didn't do a video of actually doing this is it actually took quite a while. It took probably about 2 hours to figure out exactly where it needed to be done and stuff. So I just went ahead and did it and thought I'd explain it afterwards. It's really kind of a do-as-you-go kind of thing. But if anybody wants any further details on how I did it, I'll try to get some close-up shots here for you, try to get some pictures so you can see how I cut into that foam. Just used a razor blade knife is all. And I put these in, and I just used Gorilla Glue to glue these in place, and they seem really solid. I don't think there's going to be any problem there. So anyways, hopefully the next video will be flight of this and see how this looks in the air with the retracts. It should look a whole lot better. Hey everybody, back again. Going to do some flying here. Got a couple things we're going to do for you. This plane, this is the one, the F6F, that I was telling you about, that finished the landing gear on, the retracts, so going to give that a try. The only thing I'm worried about is possibility of the gear bending if I have a little bit of a hard landing and then not retracting properly, but we'll see how that goes. And then I'm going to try flying the P-51. I replaced the landing gear in that, the retracts in that. As you remember, I had some problems with one of them, developed on both of them actually, and I think that was due to the first crash that I had. So we're going to fly that on a larger pack. I'll talk about that, Sky Lipo pack. I'll talk about that before I fly it. And the same with the C-47 here. I've been flying the heck out of this plane since I did the maiden flight that you saw. Just a great flying plane. Also going to fly this on a bigger pack, Sky Lipo pack, get a little bit more time flying on it. Oh. That was a good takeoff. Bring around, you're up. wind is a lot stiffer up there than what I expected. So it's playing a lot of games with me, plus the fact that felt like the CG or the amount of air going over the wings or something really changed when I put the landing gear up. But I like the way it looks with the landing gear up. I'm going to bring it by and put them down and see what happens. Landing gear come down. There we go. It definitely takes a lot of drag out of it when they're up. I'll bring them up. Landing gear up. The nose really wants to pitch up when I put the landing gear up. So, but it flies pretty good. The wind is just kind of messing me up a little bit here, but not too bad. No. Going to try flying the Airfield P-51 Mustang again. Got a larger pack that we're putting in. This is a Sky Lipo 4-cell, 30C continuous, 60C burst, 3,000 milliamp pack. Hopefully this will give it a little bit more flight time. Now the one thing that I did notice is it's a little bit thinner than the stock pack, so it slides around a little bit in there, so I'm going to put a few rubber bands on it to make it fit a little bit tighter. Hopefully it'll be okay. And then after that we're going to fly the C-47 on a similar pack. It's actually the 3-cell version of this pack, but it's a 3,000 milliamp pack, and we'll give that a flight as well. You're up. Hey, they went all the way up. Look at that. And those were the 995 servoless retracts from nitro planes that I replaced that with. I'm not sure if the problem actually resided with the original ones. They were the same type from everything that I could tell, or if it was just due to the crash. I think it was due to the crash. This is actually only probably about the 5th or 6th time I've flown this plane since the maiden. It really is a nice flying plane. The 3,000 milliamp pack really doesn't seem to affect the CG at all. Tracks just fine. If anything, I need to adjust the trim on a little bit, give it a little bit of a nose down. I don't think it's too tail heavy, just needs a little bit of adjustment. This is a lot better flying day than it was yesterday. Yesterday was awful. The winds were not exactly strong, but they were annoying. They were kind of changing up from one direction to another. Made flying really difficult. Now, if you noticed on takeoff, the plane kind of wanted to veer to the left. I think that was due to torque. I was giving it full right rudder, but it didn't correct for it, but no problem on it. I'll probably have to adjust that tail wheel a little bit, possibly. Boy, those wings flex. I don't know if I like the way that those flex quite that much. I'm going to have to check them over and make sure that everything's okay. I think it is. It seems to be flying okay, but boy, they really flexed on that pull-up. A little bit of a tail slide there. Snap roll. Back the other direction. Let's bring her in for a low, slow pass, gear up.
It's okay. You hop up in the grass here. I got to straighten that tail wheel out. I think it's a tail wheel steering issue. But that was a pretty good landing, I would say. Kind of slipped it in towards the end there. But all in all, pretty good. So really happy with that battery pack and stuff. I'm not sure how much flight time I got out of it. I still had more time left, but better than the stock pack.
We're going to try flying the Dynam C47 here with a Sky Lipo 3000 milliamp pack. Comes with a 2200 pack, so it should be a nice increase. Should give us increased flight time and stuff. A little bit heavier. I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll balance okay. So this is a 3-cell 30C continuous 60C burst. Okay, it does feel a little bit nose heavier for that. Adjusted the trim a little bit. Got a little bit of right-hand roll in it for some reason. Yep. Nice slow flying plane. I'm running right about just about over half throttle here, probably about 60% throttle. Okay, we got a real plane in the vicinity here. We're not too far from a small airport, so gonna keep it low, just keep it out of his way, because this is right across here is where they turn crossfield for landings and after takeoff. So just gonna kind of keep it down low, about treetop level, just to stay out of his way. Okay, he's behind us now. And over. I haven't stalled this plane, so let's see what it does in a stall. Let's turn it around. We'll go up, power off stall, straight up, flop it over on its back, power up, bring it out of it.
Not a problem. And roll. You know, for being a C47, it actually doesn't handle bad at all, twin engine. Now, one thing to remember about this is one of my viewers pointed out, with his, don't run it to the low volt cutoff, because one motor will cut off before the other. And if that happens, you're in a world of hurt. You probably won't realize what's going on until it's too late. The plane will roll to the side that the motor's still spinning on because of the torque. And you'll probably auger it in. So I'm going to try to avoid that. I've still got plenty of juice left, I'm sure. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and bring this plane in.